Can you automate this dashboard to be up weekly or monthly? Absolutely. It's not just Maxio's MCP. You could build this whole dashboard to be Maxio's MCP, connect with some of our partners like NetSuite, pull in some deeper financial data for the product use case, those insights that I was talking about. But now let's go through and actually schedule it because that's where this process gets really powerful. So if you look over here on the left as well, you can come to scheduled. I'll come in and create a new task. So here I can come in and say, we'll call this weekly CPO ARR brief. The brief description I'm going to do is give me a weekly flash report on our ARR performance. All right, now the prompt, this is where it gets a little different. So for the prompt, I'm going to say using this skill, and then I can come in and select that skill. This is the one that I previously created. So I'll select that. Let's regenerate. So I'm going to stop here, right? But notice what I could be doing. This is when people start talking in terms of like agents and agentic, right? At this point, I've really just been using a chat interface, input in, results back. When you start to combine, in this case in Cloud Cowork, the concept of skills with MCP connectors, so that skill is calling the Maxio MCP connector with schedules, that's when you start to really blur the lines between is it an agent? You can get into the strict definition of it. Is it actually making some decisions? Where you, at this point, I wouldn't necessarily, in my mind, consider this an agent. Where it would be an agent is you start building in if one product line has X increase or decrease, run this skill, which might trigger Slack messages. That's when it's actually starting to make some decisions on the logic and it starts to mirror more of an agentic approach. Now, I'm going to leave this pretty basic. Sometimes it's just this simple. You can come in and just do this, change the frequency to weekly, and then I can set this up to run to Friday mornings at 9 a.m., right? That works for my schedule. I'm going to go ahead and create this scheduled task. Now, if I come in, I can always edit this. I could add more instructions. I could add more skills. I could change the run, but then I can click run now and it'll actually go ahead and, oh, actually that was the previous one I created. I can come in and run now and it'll run that task in that dashboard, right? Beauty is I can do this automatically.